Nervous. Yeah.
Good evening, everyone, to the May 2nd, 2023 Carteret County Board of Education meeting. I'd like to start the meeting by asking Ms. Casey Marino, principal of Croatan High School, to come forward and introduce her two students who will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Truly an honor for us. I'd like to introduce you to two very special students that I brought with me tonight. First, Mary Meadows, come forward. Mary is a senior at Croatan this year. She has been very active in the FFA, and she's the current president of FFA and competes in a wide variety of speaking events. This year, she also served as a hunter safety team captain. And outside of school, she's active in the Croatan 4-H and is currently serving as the president of 4-H. Our next student is Liam Lukes. Liam has been with us since kindergarten and is now a junior at Croatan. Liam has had significant needs over the years, but he's always felt welcomed and supported, and he's on track for a diploma. Liam enjoys track, cross country, taekwondo, theater, and community Bible study. And guys, do not challenge this kid to a dance off. He's named the Croatan High School prom dance off winner.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna let them take it from here.
Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States.
What?
Thank you, God. Don't go anywhere.
Oh, gotta go ahead and love you.
Thank you, brother.
We want you to get out of it that easy.
Hold your Please see your seat with me.
It was a
Great smile, thank you.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Do you remember this?
Thank you.
Oh.
Next up is Mr. Day with our invocation. If you'll stand, please.
Thank you for our teachers. Educating our children is one of the most important jobs on the planet, and our teachers rarely get the credit, the recognition, and the thanks that they deserve. Day in and day out, parents and administrators entrust our children to teachers so that they may help guide our children to becoming wonderful and successful adults. As a parent, I don't know how we could raise our children without the help of great teachers. So please, Lord, bless our teachers this evening, this week, and always. Amen.
Be seated. As you can tell, we have a full house, and it's not because we're exciting or interesting. I know you aren't here for us. So I would like to ask Ms. Allison Dees to come forward and recognize Career and Technical Education Student Organization's state and national winners. Ms. Dees?
Tonight, I'm here to recognize students who have placed in first through third place at their state leadership conference and recognize as representing their career and technical student organizations. We call them CTSOs. So CTSOs are co-curricular. They're organized groups that established for students in career and technical education classes, or CTE, to further their knowledge and skills while participating in real-world activities, events, and competitions. In addition, students have opportunities to hold leadership positions at the local, the state, and the national levels, and attend leadership development conferences to network with other students, business, and industry partners. These are the groups that have held their state leadership conferences as of April 30th. The North Carolina FFA has not held their state leadership conference yet, so therefore they're not represented in this group tonight. Their conference will be held June 27th through the 29th. So we have a large group. So I'd first like to recognize Broad Creek Middle. Their annual chapter activities presentation, that will be Krista DeStefano and Jojo LaForza. Also, digital citizenship. First place is Ellie Spell. Multimedia and web page development is Theo Merville and Maritza Perez de la Cruz. And then public speaking, I don't think Ryan Shuka is here with us tonight, but he also plays second in public speaking. And this is Broad Creek Middle's FBLAs.
We're actually going to slide you to the middle here. We weren't sure how big the first one is. Slide you to the middle. And the square.
Yes.
Students will be representatives at the national conference.
Let's do all that high school.
So Croatan FBLA, computer gaming and simulation, we have first place Mackenzie Sampson. Croatan FBLA, intro to business procedures, Anna Fair, she was not able to do tonight, we have sports. And Croatan DECA, quick service restaurant management, second, Mikey McCabe. He's already been to the national conference in DECA. Competed, I think, last year. East Carteret High School, Skills USA, the Health Knowledge Bowl, second place team. Camden Insminger, Bailey Willis, Brianna Mitz, and Parker Hopkins. Also, East Carteret Skills USA, Culinary Arts, Ryan Shepard. West Carteret Skills USA, Career Pathways Showcase, Help. First place, Isabel Hall, Kara Duncan, and Jen Lee. West Carteret Skills USA, Principles of Engineering Technology, second place, Alejandra. West Carteret Skills USA, Health Occupations Professional Portfolio, second place, Itzel Alvarado Orlando. West Carteret DECA Professional Selling is James Kane. He's not here with us tonight. He was third place. West Carteret FBLA Personal Finance, third place, Warren Stack. And then finally, we have with us a newly elected North Carolina Skills USA State Officer for school year 23-24, Ruth Hall.
We are just going to shift you just a little bit to the middle. I think we'll get everyone, we'll let everyone that wants to be interviewed.
I need to stand on my tippy toes.
Any advisors in the back? Keep smiling.
Cool.
Congratulations. Afternoon.
Hello.
That's it for this round.
Any of these will go on to July at their national colleges.
Thank you.
Good job.
Congratulations, guys. That's amazing. Okay, next up, we have Ms. Heather Boston, Director of MTSS and the AIG. She is here to recognize the 2023 Governor School students.
Each year, Carteret County Public Schools nominates students to apply for governor's school. This is a highly competitive 4-week summer program for gifted and talented high school students. It integrates academics and the arts. After submitting names from the local level, a state team then selects students to be accepted based on strong academic history, written essays, extracurricular activities, and a performance or portfolio for the arts. Approximately 45% of students that are presented before the state are accepted to governor's school this year. We were thrilled to learn that 21 students were selected from Carteret County Public Schools, more than doubling the number of students accepted last school year. Our acceptance rate for arts was 72%, and 100% of our 7 academic nominees were accepted. We are thrilled to be presenting these 21 outstanding students for recognition, and we'd love to start with Croatan High School. So from Croatan High School, we have Natalia Melbourne for mathematics. Matthew Keespay for English. Hazel Scott for the natural sciences. Noah Whitley for choral music. Paige Sanzoni for bassoon. Ella Reed, choral music. Paul Merville, trombone. Jaden Melby, choral music. Carolyn Marsh was accepted for choral music but had a last-minute change in a soccer schedule, so she's not here. Emily Garman, clarinet. And Leah Adams for the saxophone. All right. From East Carteret High School, we might have to do one school at a time. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, come on over here. She's on the wall.
Look better than the things. Maybe look short.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
All right. From East Carteret High School, we have Miri Resendez Garcia for mathematics. Madeline Lindenmuth for clarinet. Kennedy Pittman for dance. And Andy Migliori for clarinet.
That's fine. Camera drives.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Good job.
Congratulations.
from West Carteret High School, we have Cameron Johnson for mathematics, Haley Luther for mathematics, Haley Riley for social science, Destiny Howell percussion, Dylan Livingston Peter for euphonium, and Chloe Avon for dance.
Hi, Dana. You think we're here? Okay, but it's proof that we're here, right? And it's just nice. Hey, Corey. Hey, welcome, Corey.
Okay, next up, I'll wait.
Yeah. It's dedicated.
Oh.
Oh. That's
Hey, thank y'all for coming back. It's nice to have some people coming back.
popular. That's right. So, okay. The Carteret County Board of Education is responsible for appointing 4 people to the Carteret Community College Board of Trustees. These are 4-year appointments. The Board of Education appointee, Mr. David Wayne Long of Morehead City, recently passed away. He was appointed to the Carteret Community College Board of Trustees on June 7th, 2022. We extend our deepest sympathy to his family, along with our gratitude for his willingness to serve our community. Carteret County Board of Education has a resolution recognizing the week of May 1st, 2023 as Teacher Appreciation Week. Whereas teachers mold future citizens through guidance and education, and whereas teachers encounter students of widely differing backgrounds, and whereas our county's future depends upon providing quality education to all students, and whereas teachers spend countless hours preparing lessons, evaluating progress, counseling and coaching students, and performing community service. And whereas our community recognizes and supports its teachers in educating the children of this community, now therefore be it resolved that the Carteret County Board of Education proclaims May 1st through 5th, 2023 to be Teacher Appreciation Week. And be it further resolved that the Carteret County Board of Education strongly encourages all members of our community to join with it, personally expressing appreciation to our teachers for their dedication and devotion to their work. Do I have a motion to approve the resolution as presented?
I move to approve the resolution as presented.
I have a motion by Mr. Goodwin. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
And a second by Mr. Day. All in favor, raise your right hand. And it passes unanimously. We would like to thank our teachers. I think, especially after a pandemic, we can appreciate them more than ever. And I believe with every passing year, they have more on their plates and they mold our students to become wonderful adults. And we have a fantastic school system, as you can see by all the students that we had here tonight. Thank you. All right, do I have a motion to approve the agenda as presented?
A motion to approve the agenda as presented.
Okay, I have a motion by Ms. Statler. Do I have a second?
I will second that.
And a second by Mr. Jenkins. All in favor, raise your right hand. It is now time for public comment. Anyone present tonight wishing to make comment should have filled out a request to speak public comment form. To ensure civility, relevance, and time management, there are specific requirements for public comment set forth in school board policy. They include, comments are limited to matters pertaining to public education. The speaker shall state his or her name at the beginning of his or her comment. Speaking time will be limited to 3 minutes per person. A 3-minute timer will appear on the TV screens in the bottom corner. The timer will beep when there are 30 seconds remaining. It will then beep a final time when your time is up. For civility and decorum, no speaker shall make obscene remarks or issue personal attacks or insults. No complaint against a school employee or student will be permitted, although this may be heard in closed session at a later date following consultation with the superintendent. Much information about individual students, including the speaker's own child, is confidential under state and federal law, and we discourage and often prohibit such information in open session. The chairperson may immediately terminate any comments that violate these rules. Board members will not respond to questions except occasionally to request clarification. With that introduction, our first speaker tonight is Michelle Van Barneveld. Did I butcher that? I'm so sorry. Sorry.
Diversity, equity, and inclusion is a continuous practice. It not only includes the situation that happens with my daughter, but it also includes sexual orientation, gender identity, ethnicity, and religion, among other dimensions. Inclusion is a practice and should be a goal that institutions of learning assign resources to. By having the understanding and awareness of diversity, equity, and inclusion, microaggressions, and implicit bias, our children, your students, will learn to have difficult conversations, become self-aware, and mindful of their biases. I feel the point of school is to encourage critical thinking and to help students come out of their comfort zone to push themselves in situational learning in a positive way. We should want them to welcome new ideas, have meaningful conversations, see different cultures and ideologies to learn from them. Equity means recognizing that we do not all start from the same place, so we must acknowledge and make adjustments to address historical and existing discrimination. To advance equity, I feel the board must have an equity mindset, which may mean allocating resources, implementing oversight to investigate issues that impact marginalized and, underrepresented groups. The U.S. Secretary of Education, Miguel Cardona, during the Department of Education's Equity Summit in 2021 in June, he spoke about how to lead transformatively in training for educators and staff about DEI and student support services. He also spoke about investing in our educators and building a diverse pipeline so that every student from every background could be supported by teachers, mentors, and staff who can share and understand their experiences. Diversity, equity, inclusion are not passing buzzwords, or they're not part of a woke culture regime, but an ongoing continuous effort to make sure that every student feels supported in their classrooms and in every educational environment, no matter what their differences are. It's about providing them pathways to contribute to communities and to make the world a better place through personal accountability and individual responsibility. As members of the Board of Education for Carteret County, you play a critical role in creating an organization that prioritizes and supports and invests in diversity, equity, and inclusion. As you accept this responsibility, hold each other accountable for embracing and living the values of diversity, equity, and inclusion, please make it a frequent agenda for meetings, and it will trickle down to the rest of the educational organization. I know for the sake of time, I'm going to keep it short, but the success of inclusive education depends on school transformation and system change. As Miguel Cardona asked in his Equity Summit, are we going to lead through this with urgency and come out stronger, or is the temptation of complacency to dissipate our call to action?
Thank you so much. Do you mind pronouncing your name for me, just so I...
Michelle Van Barneveld.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, next up, our consent agenda. Do I have a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented?
I'll make that.
Okay, I have a motion by Ms. Chadwick. Do I have a second?
Second.
A second by Ms. Mull. All in favor, raise your right hand. Next up is Mr. Blair Probst for first read for policy revision for first read.
The policies before you come from the North Carolina School Board Association spring 2023 update packet. We just received it. It is a rather small packet, so that's some good news. Policies that you have today are merely, for the most part, just editorial revisions. So there's not a lot of content to it. And there's not anything exciting to note out of these revisions. The only thing I thought was interesting was policy 4310, integrity stability. I thought it was interesting to have now added as part of plagiarism any work produced by artificial intelligence. So, you're not aware of the old chat GPT. That is probably where this is going. I'll be happy to entertain any questions you have.
All right, that's it, Mr. Probst. Thank you. All right, Mr. Paler, you are up with bond project updates.
All bond projects are on schedule, just as reported last month, so there's no real changes. All the projects are going along as planned, and the end date, completion dates are the same, so there's no real updates there.
Okay, thank you. Okay. The Carteret County Board of Education is responsible for appointing 4 people to the Carteret Community College Board of Trustees. These are 4-year appointments. However, since Mr. Long's aforementioned passing, the board will now need to consider an individual to appoint to fill Mr. Long's unexpired term, which will end June 30th, 2026. I'm announcing the opening tonight and ask that it be publicized in the local media. Those individuals interested in being considered for the appointment were asked to submit letters of interest by 5 p.m. on May 23rd, 2023 to my attention at the central office address. In the letter of interest, individuals should include the following: the person's name, address of residence, the person's past and present connection with the Carteret County Public School System, the person's past and present connection with Carteret Community College, the person's educational background, the person's occupation and career highlights, the reason the person is interested in the appointment, and the contributions the person believes he or she can make as a trustee. The list of candidates for the appointment to fill the unexpired term will be placed on the next Board of Education meeting agenda, June 13th, 2023 for consideration. As a reminder, employees of the Carteret County Public School System cannot be considered for appointment. Individuals who are currently employed or have been employed full-time by the Carteret Community College within the last 5 years are not eligible for appointment. Additionally, no child or spouse of a current employee of Carteret Community College can be considered for the appointment. Thank you. And it's back to Mr. Paler for superintendent comments.
I'd like to give another huge thank you to our teachers during this Teacher Appreciation Week. We're incredibly fortunate to have outstanding, dedicated educational leaders who serve as teachers in our school system. Please note also that Friday is school lunch here, and the 18th is National School Nurse Day. We look forward to announcing our Employees of the Year on Friday. I'd like to once again say how much we appreciate our sponsors for this event, and these sponsors are Curtis Chevrolet, Carteret County Farm Bureau, Plain Jones Cleaning, Frank Lord Company, Height and Associates, Curtin and Whitford Law Firm, and Remax Ocean Properties. Without them, this event would not be the same, so we really appreciate their support. I'd like to also congratulate all of our seniors. Believe it or not, this is the last board meeting before graduation. So I'd like to wish them all the best and success in their lives after graduation. Please note that our regular next board meeting will be on Tuesday, June 13th at 6 p.m. That is the week after school commences. Mrs. Chair, this concludes my comments.
Thank you, Mr. Paler. Do I have any additional comments from board members tonight? Okay. With that said, do I have a motion to adjourn?
Move we adjourn, Madam Chairman.
Okay, I have a motion by Mr. Goodwin. Do I have a second?
I will second that.
Second by Mr. Jenkins. All in favor, raise your right hand. Thank you.
Thank you.